Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and Iratus, Lord of the Dead. We resume the Memescendence where we left it off last time, approaching the end of the mercenary barracks. The monster slayer awaits. But before we get in there, a few things I want to talk about. First things first, sorry about missing yesterday. I took an inadvertent break off, and honestly, I could have taken today off too. I really could have, but I'm here because we must continue. The show must go on. So apologies for any mistakes. With that out of the way, with the preface gone, we have a name for our unnamed mummy, courtesy of Rokon. Welcome back, Rokon. Nakrin is a mummy dragon priest from Elder Scrolls Skyrim, one of the 8. Is that how many there were? There were quite a few. And oddly enough, Nakrin is Rokon's favorite, that's why they said that, but Nakrin means vengeance, and we do nothing but press vengeance beam. So I thought it was really appropriate. I don't know if you planned that, Rokon, but good job. Next thing involving the mummy, an idea from Danny is YOLO Solo Mummy. Now we saw last time the efficiency of triple. I'm a fire and my laser. But could it be done alone? Plus 14 times 3 is a lot of dread. It's a lot. So I'm inclined to say yes. Between this and the healing of the cursed bandages, we could get a lot of healing. Not healing, a lot of damage. And respectable healing. It's a thought. I think it would cap at 16, right? Because the multiple turn of the curses doesn't actually count as more healing. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Anyway, the idea is there, but it's been challenged. They didn't know. These two people posted different ideas. By Alex. Thank you, Alex. With a discussion of another dastardly duo builds. Yes, our first one didn't pan out horribly well. I mean, it worked, but it didn't pan out well. And it would involve another Headhunter. That's pretty insane if you ask me. I guess I'm going to get this armor.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
So the way that the Dastardly Duo would work is we have the Horseless Headless Headsman Headtaker. HHHH. With the Vampire Fangs. The second one would not use the Vampire Fangs. We'd use the Boiling Blood alongside the Glutton's Tongue. Because this does obscene damage. I think right now we're looking at plus 17% damage. I did the math earlier. I think that's what we're looking at, roughly. And you can imagine the damage scaling of both the Boiling Blood and the Glutton's Tongue will make it so that Profitable Bounty basically just one-shots. And they were lamenting that I destroyed the Ring of the Overlord, which causes Iratus to begin battle with 100 Wrath. And I would also lament it if I had thought of that combination. But I didn't. So here we are. But both of those things sound fun. Both of them are things to ponder. And we'll see what we see and decide there, I guess. But the last thing I want to talk about before we continue on our journey. We used the Lost Soul last time in the 4th position. Hello, beautiful. A good old Lost Soul. We gave her the Enchanted Heart because she was being shot, and I didn't like that. And the Lost Soul is not a bad 4th slot character. In fact, some people would argue that she is one of the few only viable 4th slot characters. In that she provides a substantial amount of support and can do a myriad of things. And I don't disagree with that. But we're looking for other options. And both Solus and Nicholas believe that a Dark Knight would be suitable in the final position because remember, with the summer update, they are now able of using their No Tomorrow stance in the 4th and final position. And 3rd too, technically. So Kirovets, you're getting an upgrade. A promotion. I'm not sacrificing you to the Dark Gods yet. Now remember, Kirovets, our good old stand there and take damage Dark Knight has no damage. But I'm still going to see how well this stance works out for the purposes of this test. I think that's everything. I hope that's everything. Because we're going to go kill some peeps. It's also worth noting that the Spirit Spear is awesome. And we're still using it. That's about it. So as far as things that I'm concerned about in this fight, not much. But it's just the Dampier stance, as always.
Rot their flesh and their soul.
And that is why the Dark Knight's pretty good. It's working out well. It's also brought to my attention, courtesy of Nicholas, that if anything attacks the mummies while I'm in this stance, and the mummy's luck debuff is applied, that should trigger it. It does. Interesting. Huh. Also, the Elven Ranger saying que te passe, like Kel'Thalas. I get it. Good reference. I was there when Kel'Thalas fell. I mean, I was the reason it fell, but hey, I was still there. Also, I'm going to try and burn down her... the Dampier sanity.
There'll still be enough left to reanimate.
Because we don't need another Dampier. I already destroyed one. I don't really feel like destroying another one. But, yeah. This is why... the Dark Knight works. Please die. It'd be great if you did.
Death delivered.
There's something to... Solus brought this point up. But, when it comes to dying to stress damage, they've never revealed if it was damage dealt.
My will is a tide that will wash away your pathetic civilizations.
Or number of attacks when at 0 sanity. And the community's kind of come to an agreement, sort of, that it's like either a combination of the two or just strictly how many attacks you take, and it's kind of luck. Max Dread. And with the Dark Knight doing an attack, a stress attack, on top of the curse, or, you know, just the hit from any of the vengeance beams, even if this does 12 damage or whatever it was doing, that's still a hit of stress damage that could trigger a heart attack. So Solus had that great point where, like, each time you're vengeance beaming, you're trying to get 2 ticks of a heart attack every single turn. It's kind of insane, and it worked out really well, even for a Dark Knight that does no damage. Good job, Kitovets. You live another day. Speaking of living another day, though, we have a cultist, and I was racking my brain what we want from this. And I had a few ideas, and I think I promised... I don't know how much she'll appear, but I did promise that the Murder Banshee would be a thing. So, we need the second slippers if we're going to put the Banshee anywhere near the front line. So that'll be a thing eventually. It doesn't work well with our... I'm going to upgrade the Dead Lake, so we need a Lost Soul. It doesn't work very well with our plan of doing mana stuff. Magic stuff. That's the word.
For you to play with.
Yes, play to your heart's content. In the Dead Lake. Say hi to Yogg-Sothoth. She doesn't really fit into the magic build, but she's fun, so we'll see her in like a general murder composition. The Ever-Living Mumra will be there as well, because the Murder Mummy's gotta go with the Murder Banshee, right? That just kind of makes sense. I was having a thought or two about the Absorb Fear synergies. See if I could use this as another means of restoring mana instead of, like, multiple shades in a Dark Knight. And I don't actually know. Because this would require us to deal sanity damage and then restore it while also dealing magic stuff. It's weird. It feels like there's a lot of extra steps. And actually, it was Nicholas again that had a great idea. involves an item that we don't have at the moment, but it's a great idea. And it's to use the Lich, who provides 10 spell power just by existing, and their shrapnel ability with a mana essence, which is very much like the Burning Blood here, except instead of the minion's attacks restoring 15% damage on his wrath, it would be as mana. So we'd have shrapnel hitting 2 enemies and an ally, which should probably be a bone golem. And we'd probably get a burning skull for the Lich. All 3 of those attacks would be restoring mana to us, while providing spell power just by the virtue of existing. So I think that's ideal for mana restoration. So I'm thinking like Bone Golem, position 1, Shade position 2, Lich position 3, and position 4 I was thinking Lost Soul. Because I wasn't really sure. I mean, we might not even do talent resets, but it seems really challenging with the Lich. Because you have to kill something. And the Vampire, well, we saw how that went. So I'm thinking... Sorry about that, no dying allowed yet. So I'm thinking we use the Lost Soul substitute world with her Wrath ability to reset the cooldowns and do other stuff and things. I don't know what happened in my throat. It's just like all of a sudden it's dead. But we have too many things. There we go. We need to put the murder mummy in here. Let's go. So my strategy to dealing with the monster slayer is unconventional. I actually think I borrowed this from Icewave, even though he didn't actually tell me this strategy. I just kind of picked it up off of him, I think. Maybe. Tell me if that's true, Icewave. So the strategy to deal with the monster slayer that I'm using is a YOLO solo build. Because... Well, do I have the thing for him so I can better explain this? Why not? I have it on Eternal Harvest. Whatever. We'll fight it and I'll explain it. We might end up losing because I've never tried this before, in which case we'll just whip out the murder composition. But we should be fine. I don't actually need spell power here. Just open up with Skull Torch. Yeah, sure, why not?
Ah, fetching.
And we don't need the shackles. We don't really need spell power. This looks weird, but I like it. Weird, but I like it. Here we go. The Monster Slayer, the third boss. I'll explain everything once we get in because visual reference will be helpful, methinks. Usually I do that as a joke, but that was partially real too. Monster hunting is a pretty difficult job, chiefly due to the fact that the damn blighters are becoming quite rare in this day and age. The Monster Slayer has lived for so long that he has since switched to hunting more humanoid targets, as they are more plentiful and pay just as well. However, that does not mean that he has gotten rusty. Retirement may be just 100 years away now, but until then, he can cut up abominations with the best of them. And it turns out, the switch from slaying living, breathing humans to the undead is not a particularly difficult one. Are you sure about that? So here is how this works. Whew. There are 3 stones. They call them sources. The question is why an enemy would be fighting along things that help their enemy is a great question. But you can see there's a source of magic, a source of vigor, and a source of wrath. Whenever you hit them with stress or any form of damage, they will restore what their name is. So if you hit source of magic, you'll restore magic. If you hit source of vigor, you'll restore health to all of your creations. If you hit source of wrath, you'll restore wrath. You get the point. The boss is the Monster Slayer, and his feature, so he doesn't escape, performs an additional action after each minion turn. Ignition, Curse, and Spider Venom effects trigger only on the main turn. So the reason why...
Don't know why? There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
The reason why the YOLO solo works well against him compared to other bosses is because for If you had, say, 4 minions like you normally do, after each of their turns, he would attack. And it's very annoying. But with a YOLO solo, obviously, he's only going to attack after your YOLO solo moves. And at the start of every turn, every real turn, which you can see up here, he has an obscene amount of initiative, 25. So don't ever try to get more initiative than him. It's not going to end well for you. He will remove all debuffs on himself. Curses, debuffs, ignition, it'll all go away. And he will apply 1 of 3 random buffs. Right now he is wearing I think they're all called Rollerblade. Every successful attack removes all buffs from a target can't be removed. None of them can be removed. So, if buffing was your gig... Whoops. He has no armor. Alright, nice. We'll just go in. But thanks to our armor... This one makes it so that attacks ignore block, ward, armor, and resistance. So this one's going to actually hurt a little bit. Whoops. Yep, that one hurt a little bit. I'm actually curious how magic would interact with this. I brought the lightning fist, excuse me, because I was worried that I could just pop it and hit all 3 stones if they were like lined up. Right. Hey, look, the annoying one again. Who would have thunk?
Extinction of life.
But yeah, this went well. What else should I say? It went well. He's dead.
Salute.
Alright. Good job.
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
This was the easiest Monster Slayer fight I've ever had in my life. I remember the first time I fought him, it was on Good Always Wins, and I brought a spider with me. And that spider was like cocooning all the time. I don't recommend ever doing that. He just breaks stances as a hobby. So, don't do that. Learn from my mistake. Don't do that. But speaking of Chaos Witch Quelaag, we have something to upgrade. Ignores armor. I guess that one, I don't really care about hitting multiple things.
Now,
sure.
Prove yourself worthy of my investment.
You have no Vigor upgrades? Wait, what? That doesn't sound right. Oh, I bet I literally put every point in attack. That sounds like something that I would do. Well, here's some health. Don't die. You're pretty. We have 3 talent points, which means we can get the Relentless Evil. At the start of its turn, a minion restores 5 vigor if Iratus is at least 75 wrath.
I need nothing but my anger to purge this world.
Beautiful. Now, as I mentioned last time, we're looking for a few things. And to facilitate that looking, we are going to continue down our evil little path with what we know works. Oh, I don't think you need to go in there, actually. Part of me wants to make the second headhunter because I love part farming. We'll see. We'll see what the next floor has before I make any decision whatsoever. So here we go. Into the catacombs. Buried just beneath the surface are the catacombs, the dark secret of the Order. Here they train mages so that they can conduct sinister and dangerous experiments. It was always meant to stay a secret, but recent necromancer troubles have let knowledge of this place to slip into the public. Making matters worse is that the mages were never expecting an attack from below, let alone that the attacker would be undead. The Grand Magister made his judgment. Instead of standing with the sorcerers, he sealed their tunnels and called back his paladins to the highest level in order to prepare a defense. The spellcaster would fend for themselves in the face of Iratus, where they will either prevail or buy the Grand Magister some time to muster his veteran knights for a decisive battle against the forces of liberated evil. And that's us. So, as the forces of liberated evil, we must decide how we wish to defile the catacombs. Well, we're looking for a few pieces. Now that we're on the 4th floor, we can start to get the unholy water, the gambling coin, the drop of divinity, and a few other things that I can't remember off the top of my head. So coffins and chests suddenly became slightly more valuable than they were before. Thankfully, we don't have a weird floor, so we can do lots of zigzagging. Or maybe we do have a weird floor, and thus we can do lots of zigzagging. Maybe that's the correct way to phrase it. As far as what do we want? I know I joked about it a lot, but if we could get another Boiling Blood, that'd be cool. Then I could try both the Yolo Solo Mummy and the Park Collecting Headhunter. And if we get a Ring of the Overlord, I could really try a Park Collecting Headhunter. Decisions. Oh, I need to change a few things. Whatever. Yep. So, if you have never seen the 4th floor before, hello. Welcome. Ah, yes, I should have checked. I forgot about that, didn't I? I sure did. Great. What if I just leave? So, the living armors, the thing I forgot about, and why it's not great, they're immune to stress attacks, and they'll gain 50% attack until the battle ends each time Iratus casts a spell. This floor is all about spellcasting, both yours and the enemy's. I might just regroup right quick, because I was not paying attention. I don't expect them to kill anyone. Good job, Kirvets. You took the damage well. Okay.
Death has been denied.
We didn't
for now.
Die. We just need a few friends back, you know? Actually. Screw it. I want to see it. I've never done this before.
There will be a mountain of human heads when I'm done.
I need to see it. Okay, so we go, obviously, Profitable Bounty. I don't really care, do I? No. I guess we'll take the attack. The other one removes all armor, so this one can remove blocks? Sure. Why not? Armor. Stun? Stun. Stun? Stun. Accuracy. Sure.
Serve me well, my minion.
Accuracy. Okay, we want a few points there. That hurt. That hurt to do that. I want you to know. Are you both at 95? Okay. You could have some armor. There is quite a bit of magic happening on this floor, so if there's ever a floor... If there was ever a floor... Good farm bot. If there's ever a floor to whip out the zombie frontline with its many, many resistances, that would be Meow. Also, I'm going to show such remarkable disrespect in a moment. Just trust me. Also, I have to remember who's who.
Impale this wretch.
This one removes all armor. This one removes block, but I don't care. Okay. So the reason I said I was going to show incredible disrespect was because by using a spell they now, both of these things, have plus 50% damage. And I can't say that I care much.
So, this is what 1,000 years of evolution looks like?
Don't kill it.
Pathetic.
Okay. Good. It is a bit challenging to generate wrath, isn't it? Ow. I can't believe he did that much damage to H.
Double outcome.
But that goes to show that we are a little vulnerable to magic. And by a little, I mean... yeah, you know, pretty vulnerable. Magic's not our gig. Level 15 brains. Pfft. Who's gonna use those? Who's gonna use a level 15 brain? Attack. Okay. Moving on. As much as I want to like go right here and swing about, I'm actually now very concerned about this quest. I guess we could pick this up for our burning skull idea, and then we literally never need another cultist for the rest of our life. It's a funny thought, isn't it? Unless someone dies. I shouldn't have said that. Da, da, da. Wow. This feels like it's going to be a really small floor. I guess I'll go to the right. I don't need Digger Souls. Experience for Iratus would be cool, but we don't need it. Oh dear. We have so many creations. And now we have even more. Hey, look, another ghoul! Hello. Oh, right, it's an average. I forgot. Ah, well, you know. You know how these things are. Sometimes you just forget. Alright, well, I don't need you. Goodbye. Farewell. That one wasn't even sacrificed to the Dark Gods. That one was just thrown into the void. This should be fun. Question mark. There's actually a really... I don't want to say interesting, but an interaction here. The Warden, which has 24 armor, is immune to debuffs, which I'm pretty sure means I can't remove his armor. I'm pretty sure. Also, I'm delaying the turn here with these two characters because, well, by having their turns back to back, I can better control where their traps are going to go. I'm going to one-shot you.
Maybe I'll craft this one into furniture.
That felt good. So my main concern with this this second headhunter is not that he's not going to do enough damage, because we've made it abundantly clear that he's going to do damage. My concern is that Farmbot's going to die. That's my concern. If they need to hit the Horseless Headless Headsman Headtaker, and as long as they do that, we're good. This is 24, 40. I don't want to math this. Mathing is not something I'm interested in right now. I guess this should be fine. Because you do way more damage. Way more might not be correct. You do more damage. Nope. You do way more damage. Okay, good. Is this the stunning? Oh, that can't be done from here. Awkward. Awkward. I guess now I can do this, huh?
Grisly salute.
That's fine. 13.
As your suffering ends, your service begins.
This has gone well. Like I said, the idea with this build is to have the Ring of the Overlords that you can open up. This wouldn't hurt. This goes in over the rows.
Finally, this item finds its way into my capable hands.
Basically, with the Ring of the Overlords, you instantly have 100 Wrath, so you just open up with double bounty. And you laugh at people. I don't want the mandolin, I don't want this, I don't want that. I'll go away. I don't really want this either. All this can be useful. We need 4 talent points before we can have blood magic, which is again kind of a goal. I should probably bring something versatile for this quest, huh? Do I even know the meaning of the word? Sure I do. I am plenty versatile. There we go. It's freaking full. Beautiful. Let's say hello to a few people we haven't seen in a while. Like Earl Koenig. Hello, Earl Koenig. That's a lot of reflection damage. This is a 3-turn mark. I want the attack. Shocker. Literally 1 point away. Feels bad. Hi, Num Num. It's been a while since I've seen you. You can have some more accuracy. Some more attack. It's beautiful. I love seeing Max. And some luck, sure. Vimbelveta. Hello. Do you think the acid gland overrides the debuff immunity thing? I don't think so. Let's see this quest, though. Oh my. As your undead continue their slow, grinding progress toward the surface, they happen across a rather strange architectural arrangement. A circular room carved into the floor, making it look like an arena from above. You notice 4 doors that you soon realize are portals, each tied to a primal element, and everything clicks. This is a trial ground. Mages normally test their skills here by fighting elemental incarnations for rewards. You could use it as well, but you only have time for one. I don't know what this means. Great! Well, of all of my elements, my favorite is air. It's between air and water. I do like earth too. I just don't like fire. Let's do earth. Earth sounds fun. Sounds like something I can punch. Minions need to increase their defense. Defeating earth incarnations will improve it. I mean, honestly, I'd want more attack, but that's how it is, I guess. Hello, Elite Shadow Elf. Spell Thief, Warden. That was pretty easy. Oh no. I forgot Earl Koenig sets everyone on fire. Get wrecked, scrub. As my voice disappears again. Well, I don't really want to set everyone on fire. Just mostly everyone. Like this person. Hello. Goodbye.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
It feels good to do that again. I missed doing that. Look at all of your debuffs. It'd be a shame if you had even more. Well, you're dead. Maybe? He lives at 1. Huh. Well, you know, sometimes you get got.
Being born was your first mistake. Opposing me?
That wasn't
Your
good.
last.
I like how Mumra just hits so hard that it doesn't even matter. Here. I can remove some of that.
Perish!
Probably should have done that a while ago. But that's okay. Is this 20? 20, 30? Okay, you're dead.
Grisly salute.
I forgot. That doesn't debuff you. Alright. We have to kill this guy before his next turn. It shouldn't be impossible. Can I... I can eat him, right? Should be able to.
Strength through pain.
See if I can hide a little bit. I think you're in eating range. Oh, I don't have enough wrath. Now I do.
One less annoyance in the world.
It's been a while since I've done that. That was fun. These aren't ideal enemies for Earl Koenig, though. After dispatching the elemental incarnations, you see that they leave behind no corpses, merely dissolving back into power that you can then use to empower your troops. So all of the minions that participated take 15% less damage for 3 battles. Wow. You know, my plan initially was to, like, just stress my way through this floor with my mummies. Yeah, that didn't turn out very well, did it? There is a saying that nothing ever goes according to plan. And it seems to be quite accurate. I guess Arachnarok... Here, go do this. I guess we have... Ragnarok, that was the last one. We have Chaos Witch Quillag returning to the battlefield. Let's take a quick refresher on how she works, shall we? She punches stuff. Good refresher. Here we go. I think I need to kill... I really want to kill the Spell Thieves. But I actually think Quillag is in a better position to help deal with this? I don't know. This is a magic spell, which means it's blocked by ward, which is unfortunate. Ow. That tickles. We're reaching the point, I think, where... Nom Nom is getting pretty vulnerable. You know what I mean? Jellybean. Well, goodbye, all of your armor. Stop taking my mana. So I'm gonna have to eat and then eat. That's weird. Digest and then eat. That sounds better.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
And then... Okay, good. I could try and spread some more spider venom about, but it seems a little challenging at the moment. I'm gonna go on a limb and assume that I can't eat the living armor. Well, it looks like it doesn't matter. Mumra had other plans. I'm gonna wait. I think. You know, now that I'm thinking about this, seeing all the damage that I'm taking just randomly, just random chip damage, how did I ever beat this game on Eternal Harvest?
Good, good. More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
It kind of makes you think, doesn't it? Like, the reason the good characters are good it's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, so I'm trying to think, how would this be different in like an Eternal Harvest group? Like, you'd have a Bone Golem in the front, applying blocks. Blocks are pretty powerful. That seems to be a consistent fact of life. Yeah, you're immune to debuffs. Why did I even try that? I don't know. Well, I could have eaten you. I shouldn't have done that. It's fine. 69. Nice.
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world ahead of schedule.
That was a high-level ring, I think. And we got the Spirit Necklace. All enemies and minions gain 18 evasion until the battle ends. This... I was discussing this with someone a long time ago. I think it was for the Banshee, right? We were discussing how high the Banshee's evasion could actually get. And that necklace came into the discussion as pushing it over 80. But unfortunately, it seems like evasion caps out at 100. I don't remember how we got there, but we did. And it was very depressing. Because accuracy, as you well know, goes far above 100. And every point of accuracy over 100 detracts from enemy evasion. Or friendly, depending on which perspective you're looking at. Also, wow. Wow. Okay. We are looking at the Sharpened Bone. The minion's abilities ignore both blocks and wards. There is actually a very high level build about the Sharpened Bone. It involves the Bride of Iratus. You get her unique item that increases her crit damage by 50%, I think. And then you have a team dedicated to supporting her. I think it's like Bone Golem. Is it double shade? Or just one shade something else than Bride? And you literally just spam her Wrath. You put her in the back, you buff her, and then you just spam her Wrath ability, and she clears everything out in like 2 or 3 turns. It's actually just hilarious. The Broken Orb, a minion receives +1 block and +1 ward when an ally dies. Another bit of the ally dying build that I don't like. And the Warrior Bones. I had something to test with this. I can't back down, can I? I really want to try the Sharpened Bone thing, but I had an idea for the Warrior Bones.
Just leave lying around.
And when you have an idea, you don't back down from your idea. You commit. Great. Fimbulveta has maxed out his attack. Good job, Fimbulveta. And we are looking at a Warden, Living Armor, Sorceress, and Spell Thief. This looks familiar, doesn't it? I bet our lovely duo could do this. Probably. That looks fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Look at that. Our stress team is healing. The mummies are returning to nature. The world is healing. What am I even saying anymore? I'll use this orb, why not?
Now I will make mortals tremble before
I shouldn't
me.
use the orb.
Well, even more than previously.
This will be fine. This was absolutely terrible for our last group that we were using, but it'll be fine here. 54. Can we open up with a bounty? Ow. Oh, because of our... I was like, why did I heal? Duh. Can I one-shot something? I can probably one-shot the Spell Thief. Let's wait a turn. No, you one-shot. You have at it, bro. This removes armor. Great. The block get in the way. It's fine, though. We can remove that. Hopefully, patience doesn't kill me. Nah, we're fine. Just gonna tickle a little bit. Kill it.
Ooh, this one voided its bowels just as it died.
Nice. We got it. Nailed it. We can just set this. Set it and forget it. You know? There's a chance I could hit her with this. No chance it kills her, though. Ow. I don't know why I waited. She healed someone who didn't need healing. I know a lot of druid healers like that. I need to lay down. It's a good thing we just chipped this guy down. That's how you know your damage is good. Hey, the funeral coin. What am I going to do with that? We have it. We have the funeral coin. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but we have it. I could use another vampire fang. I took the warrior bone for an idea. I think that idea requires the vampire fangs as well. That's a minor hitch in the problem. The situation. What? That's not how the saying goes. A minor problem. But oh well. I can deal with that later, when I'm feeling better. And next time. Because thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Hopefully I made sense along this way. I wanted to make sure there was a video out today because I didn't want to skip 2 days in a row. But maybe I should have. Who knows? Who knows? Only time will tell. Or, you know, you guys can tell.
Hardly an inspiring leader, but the dead care not for morale.
Every time I've done this, I've sacked at the end of an episode. It's given me something useful. So I'm going to hope that that tradition remains. Yep. Nice. The Halo of Chaos. At the start of each turn, the minion receives 1 random bonus until the end of turn. Now, I thought this was absolutely terrible. I thought that it would be worthless, that you should never pick it, that it's an RNG YOLO item. It fails to mention what it should read. What the text should say is at the start of each turn, the minion receives 1 ridiculously overpowered random bonus until the end of the turn. That's what it should say, because that's what it does. So looking forward to introducing some chaos, like the Joker. I'm an agent of chaos. That was a great performance. Rest in peace, Heath. Anyway, next time, we'll start off with an elite living armor, a spell thief, a sorceress, and a blade mistress. We'll get to see the most fearsome and terrifying of combatants. Yay! Bye!